Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Sunday mornings, messages of love from above, or Sunday night if you're on the other side of the world. Hello, hello, hello. And all right, and just get my desktop all set up here, and we will get going here. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, yeah, we got a great tribe here full of huge hearts and great senses of humor. It's a great combination, which is always great. All right. And just taking a look here. If you are, like I said, if you're new to these readings, how they work is I go down in order, first come, first serve. For the free readings, and then when there's a donation, I do step outside of the readings. I complete those, dive deeper into those, and then I return back to the free readings and go down in order. I'm on for about 2 hours, and so I try to get through as many free readings as I can. And then I also have a praying mantis member session after each of my free readings. And so if you're interested in becoming a praying mantis YouTube member for my channel, all that information is down in the description box of the video, as well as all the processes and everything else. Before we get into the readings, I do want to let you know that I did also put out a announcement on Friday. I think it was Friday. Yeah, the 1st, December 1st, that I am now offering past life readings. They're going to be half off between now and the end of the year. So kind of an introductory rate. A 30-minute is normally $20. It'll be 10 US dollars. And an hour is normally 50. It'll be 25 for the remainder of this year. There's a link to tell you what comes with the past life reading, as well as the booking if you're interested in that. And then also late Friday night, I think it was late Friday night. It's all kind of melding together right now. But I put out an announcement about the winners for November's monthly drawings and then some updates on the drawings. I'm not going to do monthly, drawings anymore. This will be the last of that, but I'm going to have intermittent drawings based on my inspiration. And for this one in this video, it tells you how you can also get into the drawing for the chance to win a 30-minute past life reading. So if you're interested in any of those, you can check those out. We will get started into these for the donations. And I have one. Hey, Patty, thank you so much for your donation. I'm going to be using this Arcanus, I guess, Animal Tarot. And and it snowed. It's still snowing a little bit here, so I'm a little hyper, so bear with me. But I'm gonna give your donation some love there, Patty. And thank you so much for that donation. And let's dive in here and see what we got going on here. All right. Give these a shuffle and we will get started. I want to know, is the move abroad in the highest good for your son and you? And how will this affect your family? Will your dad be okay? And will it be good for your career? All right. Great questions. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. So, first of all, is it for your highest good? Anything else for that one? Okay, so 3 cards for that. Excuse me. And how would it affect your family? All right. So we've got 3 cards there. This one is, would your dad be okay? And then would it be good for your career? What would the result be for your career here? All right. And 3 for that. All right. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. So first, is it good for you guys? All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, it looks like here you have the Page of Pentacles first, which is about, abundance and growth, new opportunities. So, very positive card starting off there. You also have the Four of Swords. There's peace of mind. So, this is a positive, stable card. Mental stability is always good. So you'd have mental stability there. Do you not have it now where you're at? You're like, it seems like you'd have more peace of mind where you're going there. And then you also have the Hermit card. So this just is that you would have a lot of growth um, there as well, because, and I feel like this is because you would have some alone time with where you're going. You wouldn't have as many people all around you, and it would give you this, like I said, the opportunity for having your space, your alone time, and we would have that. So I do like this energy for you. It feels very positive for you there. So I like that. And then how will it affect your family? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, it would also allow them here. The Hierophant is that gives them time to really question their lives too, because the Hierophant is like this. It's the five, which is in the major arcana. Five is the number of change and transformation and being the major arcana. This does allow people to see things differently, see things from a higher perspective, reflect on their own lives too, because we have the Seven of Swords, which is thoughts, beliefs, mindsets. It allows people to really question and see all of those beliefs about themselves, and so there is this, combination between the two here has, boom, 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 of this ignition of reflection. So I like that. It's like you challenge some of the status quo and they eventually get over it. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving horse and out of them all. And so, there is this change of worth and how they look at their own worth. And so it does kind of ignite some of that within them. But I feel like there's a lot of stubbornness in your family, right? You're like, no kidding, right? But it eventually um they see that it's for the best and they see how it positively impacts the family. So I don't feel like it's any, there's gonna be a little bit of, hurt feelings, a little boo-boo, but it allows them to look at things, and that's good. That's not your responsibility. It triggers positive things for 'em that they, have wanted to look at, like their higher selves want them to look at, and so it's gonna be a little bit of that, and so that's okay. Don't take responsibility for that. Will your dad be okay? Well, I got the Empress here, so allows this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, creativity, harvest. So they will be fine. Yeah, definitely with that card. Dad is great. And then overall, will it be good for your career? Let's take a look here. Wow. So you do have this movement, coming in here. So the Tower card comes out here, and this is okay. This shows that you will have some sudden significant changes in career. And at first, you're like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening?" But the Tower card always says that, things don't happen to us, they always happen for us, because when the Tower comes, it removes something out of the way to make space for something better and to clear your path to take you in this direction. You do have the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, balancing of heart and mind, movement of love too. So, I think it would be good for your career. It brings you, you're pursuing happiness here, and purpose, right? And I feel like there's this great balance between heart and mind. It allows you to see something that, you wanna do, um, and I feel like you get some opportunities that allow you to step out of the expectations of, this and that and, that type of thing, and that's okay. I feel like when you're with your hermit journey that you have, you realize, you know what? I've been doing what everyone else has been wanting me to do. And with these two here, it is this, okay, I do want this, I want to go this slightly different direction because this is what I would love to do. It may not be, accepted a lot by all the expectations of people, but this is all right because this is for you and this brings you this happiness and this pursuit of happiness. So it is positive, and I feel overall it is, there's no warning signs going abort, abort. They're like, this would be great growth for everyone, and I like that. And I feel like all of that stuff is also there's a lot of independence that comes for you and your son, and I like the opportunities it brings, and it allows people to shine, and I even feel like with your son that, it allows them to step out under from under some people's shadows, and it allows them to, develop, kinda like a reboot and a restart for them, and I feel like they need that in their life, well, they don't need, but it would benefit them, kind of this reboot, because they kinda reconstruct themselves, in some very positive ways too. So I like that for you, Patty. So many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. I think that was it for my donations here. So we will jump up here and start at the very top here. So blessed one, you will be up first. And what I'm going to do for which I did this yesterday evening is I have the Starseed, Syrian Starseed Tarot, and the Tarot Original, and I'm just gonna take 1 card from each, as I go down for the free readings. So, Blessed One, you wanna ask, what is coming in for you? So let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now, and alright. So you've got the 5 of crystals, the 5 of pentacles, and the King of Wands. So the combination of these 2 brings in this movement and this stepping out from this energy. The 5 of crystals, 5 pentacles is like the lack card, like financial lack or abundance, feeling lacking in our lives, and it's like feeling abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind. And so it is this um, balancing and understanding, getting to the root of why do I feel this way? The King of Wands is this individual who's very in tune with their energy, their this um where they invest the energy, how they go, putting it's like a lot like the Emperor where they stop listening to a lot of the old stories and things that were told to them growing up about who they are and who they should be, need to be, have to be. And so I feel like there is this ahas that come, this energy release, stepping into your power, going, you know what? I'm sick and tired of feeling this way. I'm going to do something about it. And you put energy into it. It's like, there's this great book here that we're talking about in our praying mantis sessions, but it's Tapping into Wealth by Margaret Lynch. And it's great because it gets us in tune through, there's this tapping that we can do that gets us in tune with our subconscious, our inner child, and it helps us get rid of some of these old beliefs that we took on from our parents, from ancestry over and over again. And, these belief systems that we have that really open things up. And I like this for you because it's like you taking charge, going, all right, enough of this. I'm tired of feeling like I don't have enough. And it's those belief systems that are keeping abundance away, even though we're like, I'm doing my affirmations, I'm doing my law of attraction. Well, if all this stuff down below is what's in charge of keeping things away. So, that's what I feel is coming in for you here. So if that book interests you, check it out. You can probably get an ebook or even used. I think that's where I got mine used. But it's great stuff, really transformative. It not only changes our um, viewpoint of money, but of abundance, and it really clears out some low self-worth things. So I like that for you, blessed one. So if that resonates, check it out. All right. So many blessings to you. And shout out, hey Dijoneth. I love the little green there, and I love this energy here of the little badges that you get. So thank you for being one of my YouTube members. Big shout out. And you like a general reading. So let's see, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So we've got the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Crystals is what they call it here, and the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a good card, even though, the nines and tens look kind of like scary when we look at these here. But that's okay. We've got this, it's nightmare and insomnia, but these are the small t truths. And this balancing that's coming in here is because you are letting go of some of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you, and these belief systems, right? And so this balance that is, ignited here. You can even see the giant yin yang here, right? But there's this balancing out of your external life. And I like this for you because it is, these are being brought up for you because it's just this time of your life. I feel like you're in a big purging time of your life where you're really looking at, why do I believe that? Why is this triggering? And I just feel like trigger, 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 right? And that's okay because the root of those are fears, and you're just like sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. This is what the Nine of Swords does. It's almost to the point of exhaustion of trying to live up to all these expectations. And the 10 is like, I'm gone. So I feel like you're really doing this inner uh, evaluation of those with that nine. It's like the hermit's journey, and you're letting them go. You're clearing things out. So I like this. I feel like spirit just wants you to know that the triggers happening, things are being triggered on purpose because you wanted them to be triggered so you could look at them at this time in your life. So um, don't beat yourself up with feeling anger or sadness or depression or revenge, whatever bubbles up. Go, "Oh, okay, what am I fearing?" Just ask yourself, what are you fearing, and it'll bring some great revelations for you. All right, so that is what they have for you, Dajona. So many blessings to you. And then Die Baby 777, you want whatever comes out. Let's see what spirit has here for you. All right. So you've got the Queen of Cups here with the Sage of Chalices, and then you also have the Knight of Pentacles. So you have two royals here, but one has to do with emotion, the other one has to do with all the knights are on a quest. It's the slowest movie night, but this one is, in pursuit and on a quest for this Ace of Pentacles, which is about our worth, how we relate our worth to the outside world. But I feel like this is with this Queen of Cups, she is very intuitive, very spiritually connected because all the queens are given, I mean, they roll over their own suit and they're all given a second portion of water. So she rolls over water, gets a second portion, very much emotion, deep diving, whereas really where we connect a lot with the spirit world. And so the message that's coming in for you, Die Baby, is that you're really in this transformational um, time in your life of defining your spiritual gifts. Well, it's like a combo. You're learning a lot and really connecting in a deeper level with your spirituality and your spiritual gifts. And because of that, that's evolving how you are perceiving your self-worth because you're really realizing and kind of owning your gifts, and whereas before you're like, well, I can't do that, you're realizing I could do that. It's like whether it's card reading or channeling or how you're expressing your special gifts to the world. I feel like you're just really gaining this confidence and going, I'm going to start talking about it to friends if you haven't started already, and then expand, to family and more, where you're just really beginning to use your gifts in the physical world. And because of that, how you relate your worth to the physical world is changing because you're like judging yourself less by what the impact is you're making in the outside world because you're seeing that your worth is inward and upward, not based on the outside. So you're kind of being like a chalice where you're filling up and overflowing out to the world, which if we see in the card here, let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, see how it's filling up and overflowing. That's it. And there's even this, even though this waterfall is probably behind, it's like you're being filled up and overflowing out to the world. So I like this for you. It's a great transformative time. And I love the impact that you have on others in the world. So I like it. I like it. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list here. We got Grace 1111, who is coming towards you. Let's take a look here. Whoa, right. Well, you have the whoever it is, your human side is happy about it because the Wheel of Fortune is the tune of for you, the Wheel of Fortune, which everything in our life is always for us, always. But sometimes our human has a hard time getting on board with that because it's like, what? How is this stuff that I'm going through for me? But the Wheel of Fortune says, uh, that regardless of what it is, even your human is on board with it. So we like that. That's very positive. And the Four of Chalices, the Four of Cups, does talk about love, does talk about, the three cups that, are back here are the old cups that we've always had before. And, it's been like, oh, yay, unfulfilled relationships and love, from the past. And, um, I like how they interpret it here because we have the Ace of Cups over here and they're looking up here, kind of like a wish. And so this person that's coming in is different. This because you're different, from these past relationships. You've been really focusing in on your self-love, and this overflow is allowing, you're not doing what you've always done before and getting what you've always gotten. You've raised your love vibration, so you're drawing in someone at a higher vibration, and it's going to be very different than anyone else you've ever had in your past. It's going to feel so different because you're not so much looking for someone to fulfill you as to enhance your life. You're feeling full from the inside out. And so when this love comes in, it's feeling above and beyond extra. And it's like, this feels weird because you haven't experienced it before. It's a heightened love that's coming your way. So I like that for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. Continue down the list here. So we got Lynx Lee. And you want to know Leo's thoughts towards you. All right, let's take a look here. Ooh, okay. Well, a lot of fire here. So there's a lot of passion here, which is fire, Leo, makes sense. And the Two of Wands here shows that it goes back and forth, though. So they've got a lot of passion with that Eight of Wands, but the Two of Flames, the Two of Wands, it tells us about whatever we focus on grows, like attracts like. And so I feel like they're hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. And, they've got this passion, and they want to act on it, and they might, step forward and flirt and, make the moves on you. But it's an energetic and physical attraction. And then they'll like shut down. It's like whoop, psh, psh, psh. And it's because there's this they've got some stuff to deal with, of course. We all do throughout our lives, right? But they've got some stuff, some fears in regards to relationship. They're okay to allow themselves to feel this attraction and this passion, but emotion really is in like a what is it, like a soundproof room that's locked, that they're like, you can see it, but it can't come in here. So I see that here. um you know so it's gonna be, well, I don't feel like they're like aggressively doing inner work to release their heart from those places. So all they can really give at this time is passion, but not a lot of commitment and love and that type of thing. And so it's not about you. This is about their fears and what they're able to give. They don't give that to anyone because the heart is kind of, kept in this place where like, no, no, I don't want to hear from you. Out of sight. Their heart is out of sight, out of mind, out of hearing range. And at this point in their lives, I don't feel like they're, like I said, actively pursuing transforming that. So that's what's coming in, Linksley. So if you enjoyed the passion, hey, enjoy it, but don't expect a whole lot of emotion or commitment to come from it for like based on their current energy. I'm like feeling like a year, 2 years, they're not really at this place where they're reviewing that part of their life. So That's what they have. Sorry, Pinky. Not Pinky, sorry, Pinky's next. Linksley. So hang in there. Alright. And I did have a donation come through here. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you for your donation. And let's scroll down here. I think I saw you have a question here. I think I did, unless I'm oh, yeah, there it is. What is coming up this week? All right, let's take a look here. So we're gonna jump back over here to the Arcanas Animal Tarot. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about this upcoming week? What else? All right. And I've evidently those two cards as well. All right. So let's take a look here. All right. So you do have the World card, which is this, it's a victory, but it's an ending of a cycle and a beginning of a new adventure. So there's a significant kind of switch, a change up of approach on something. Let's see what they else it is here. Queen of Wands. So here you are taking action and trusting spirit. And I did Rhonda. Actually, I'm doing your reading right now. Um, so the Queen of Wands is, this trusting spirit and connecting with them and seeking direction, but she's very much passionate and moving and putting her energy forward. What do I want? And it's this glowing and this drawing. And so I like this, energy that's coming in here with all of this because it's you are wanting to change things up. You're, just kind of tired of doing the same old in some area of your life. And you're the one that's changing this up here. Yeah. Because you got the Two of Swords here, which is, closing your eyes and open your heart. And I like this. You're ending the cycle. You're getting out of your head and getting into your true heart. And this is what is, you know, igniting this change, igniting this desire. Because when your eyes are open, we can get so confused because life is full of so many things. But when we close our eyes and go, "What do I want?" Then we, and maybe plug our ears, plug our ears, and close our eyes, and go, "All right, what do I want inside?" Instead of hearing all this advice, hearing all the supposed tos, and seeing all those things. And so I like this for you. Let's see what these other things are here too. Yeah. And here's the Devil card. So this is this, um, you know, challenging the status quo, looking at why do I believe this? Why has this been here all my life? And I like this for you because there is this energy here. There's this movement of stuff of, like again, freeing of your heart from a cage. And this really has a lot. These two cards came out together. The Six of Pentacles is about your deservedness, right? And I think we've talked about this with my, and I might have mentioned my Take 10 with Zen free series. There's episode 5 talks about the Six of Pentacles, which is this transformation. When we have this belief system that we learned when we were 7 years old and younger about, it could be dad, could be mom, could be grandparents, could be siblings, whoever it was, or, it could be multiple people that we cared so much about and we loved them and we wanted love back. And so we gave so much love to them, like 1,000 love coins, and we got one love coin back. It's like, we were children, we didn't know any better. "Well, it seems fair," then it goes down below the surface, and then that rolls our life. We feel like we have to overperform at school, our jobs, our friendships, overgive in family, romance, whatever. Like, we're the ones that are overgiving, and we only our inner child only allows us to get very little back once we've reached the 1,000 love coins, right? Or abundance coins, whatever it might be. And that's what I feel is happening here is you're bringing that from the subconscious to the conscious and going, who is it that I gave so much to and got so little back from? And how we, in that video, it talks about how we can transform it. It gives you a tool to allow you to kind of, it's releasing people, releasing these beliefs from the past, and then it allows you, to allows your inner child to bring down these force fields that brings in the love that you deserve, and brings in the, abundance and opportunities you deserve too. But I feel like this next week is this you're initiating a lot with this Queen of Wands going, just tired of this repeating cycle, and you're ready to change it. I feel like you're just having this, and we have a new moon coming up too. So this is the energy that you're taking of this new beginnings, this planting new seeds, getting rid of stuff to create space too. But I feel like it's a there's great possibilities of transformation to really spark this next week if you, do those things. So check out that video if you haven't, and if you have, check it out anyway. I feel like you're gonna get something new from it. But there is this release that you can do that just brings down these walls and has this great flow. So that's what they have for you, Rhonda. And again, thank you so much for your donation, my dear. And I'm excited for you. All right. And I think that was it for the donation. So I'm going to scroll back up. We left off with Pinky. And Pinky, you wanted a general reading. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Well, you got this balancing energy coming in here with the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Crystals, the Star card, too. Star card is, can be wishing upon a star and hope and everything. But one of the lesser known um, meanings behind this is these seven stars are the seven chakras. And you can see the balancing here between the two um, vessels, too, pouring out this water upon your heart, and then also upon the physical world and your mind. This is like your spiritual energy too. So there's this balancing out and equally pouring things between, the world and spirit. It's almost like two of pentacles energy, which is, it's okay to, experience the world, but, we also it am interrupting myself, but because they're showing me the tree of life, which, if a tree is just roots, just the earthly experience, you miss out on connecting to the heavens and the fruit that grows on the top of the tree. And if you just have, the branches and the fruit and very little root, and you're just seeking the heaven stuff, you might be getting fruit, but the first time a wind comes by, the tree falls over. So as we balance getting a big root system of experiencing life of the human, and then also the expansion to the heavens, you got a very healthy, solid, strong tree. And I feel like there is this it's a gentle reminder of balance. It's okay, you don't have to be super, super spiritual all the time. You get to experience life too, and we come down here to experience it on purpose, but we can have joint, um, this joining of the two that allows you to have a different type of experience. It's like when you have your human experience, it's like master number 11, which is we come down here to explore and have all these lower vibrational energy experiences. And then master number 22 is realizing I'm so much more than just this human. I'm also the second, which is the bigger piece of me, the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that I am. And we're taught, oh, this must destroy this ego, this human. It's like, no, it's a piece of us. It's a small piece of us, but it's a piece of us. And so our higher self completes our ego and our human side. And then we join together to 11 plus 22, 33. Master number 33 is like this joint adventure, seeing and experiencing the world in a different way. And I feel like that's what is happening here. You're like finding this wonderful balance of being in the world, but not being of the world, but realizing you are a soul having a human experience, but you're here to have a human experience, and that's okay to do. So that's what I feel like they want you to know right now, Pinky. So beautiful message. So many blessings to you. Oops, I'm grabbing stuff here. All right. And then soul searching vibe. You are up next. You'd like a message from spirit. Let's see what they have here. well, well, here you go. You've got the 8 of cups and the 9 of cups. so, what a message. 8 of cups is saying it's okay here to walk away from emotions and relationships that no longer serve you. And it takes you and allows you to move into this space of wish fulfillment, feeling like your heart is full and overflowing. And this happens for 2 reasons. One, with the 8 of cups, it's telling you that you have permission to evaluate your relationships, where you're investing, and relationships are give and take, throughout our lives. But if there is one that's always where you're always giving like 80, 90%, they're always only giving 20 and 10%. If it's not a child, of course, children is our different story, but this is adults, right? Where you're like, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time." Well, you can evaluate it and go, "It served its purpose. I'm gonna back up to 50%, only giving 50." Or if you're, like, down to 0, and you don't have to put out like so you don't have to put out a termination notice. You're no longer, I'm no longer doing this. You don't have to announce it. You can just stop doing it. And all this energy that's coming back to you is what's allowing you to fill up and overflow. And then it's making space in your life too for the relationships, the next mirrors, these next adventures with individuals that will be more equal giving and receiving, because you deserve that. And I feel like this is a important time in your life for that. So I like that for you, soul searching vibe. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So smooth life. You would like a love reading. All right. so, we've got 2 cards here that normally she has like the Ace of Swords, like this King of Swords does. King of Swords rolls over, the air, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations, communication too. Kind of Mercury energy, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So they're not only the co-rule with the queen, but they are the master of thinking and belief and mindset. Well, divine justice is a lot of that energy where that ace of swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm so that you see love from a different perspective than from all the mindsets, all the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. With the scale, the scale we get is out of balance in the beginning because we are inundated and given a lot of rules around what love is supposed to be, it should be, need to be, who they're supposed to be, need to be, should be, have to be, must be, and who we are, blah, blah, blah. All this cage, right? That just brings all these expectations into here, and to where we're telling the universe it has to be this person in this way in this timing, and this is how it's all supposed to be. A lot of expectations, but there's very little people that are existing in there. All your possibilities and opportunities for relationships are at here. And so as you're able to connect higher, see love from a different place, release yourself from all these thoughts and expectations and all these opinions that you were given growing up, it's more open-minded. We begin to trust the creator to bring the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect timing. And while we're waiting, we turn inward and upward to connect to our higher love, our self-worth, getting rid of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve us, the emotions that don't serve us, and that allows you to raise your love vibration. And this kind of message comes in when we've had a lot of interactions, relationships that pooped out before they started up, and then relationships that we were in that we had fighting and expectations that weren't met, both on we're not meeting up to theirs, and they're not meeting up to ours. And these endings, right? This lower vibrational love relationships. And we've done that, and we always say, you when you do what you've always done, we get what we always got, and your soul's like, I'm done with that. That's why there's this pause, and why you get messages like this that are, or we're gonna work at raising our love vibration, And then things will start to speed up to draw in this higher vibrational relationship instead of the other. So it is a time of inner reflection, a lot of reflection on all our expectations around love and looking at how we can release those. Okay. So I know, but it's worth it. It's worth the wait, right? Because otherwise, you're just gonna get the same, exes we had before in different human bodies, and we're like, no, thank you. All right, so that's what they have, smooth life. So many blessings to you, and we'll continue moving down the list here. You're very welcome, Rhonda. Rhonda. All right. So, angel blessings, you are up next. So, who's in love with you? You crack me up. Ooh, oh my gosh. That's why I love using two different decks. You got the Six of Cups. I'm sorry, this isn't the Six of Cups. All this water made me think of Six of Cups. This is the Six of Swords. And you have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is past life connections. And the Six of Swords is this movement of leaving old ways of thinking behind and moving into new ways of thinking. And they're both very flowing energies, heart and mind flowing here. And so I feel like you'll know who this is. And it might even be someone who is recently moved to your location from over a body of water, but definitely it's someone who's different than you're used to here. But the Six of Cups does tell me here that you've got this, this with these soul ties, with these past life connections. You're just like they're gonna glow practically when you see them and you meet them. I don't feel like you've met them yet because I feel like they've just recently have moved into your city, and you're like, they look familiar. They seem familiar. They feel familiar. There's this attraction, like you're just this draw together, and they do the same thing. You might both be looking at each other like, "Who are you? Like, did I go to school with you?" You might even go, "Hey," and you go, "Hey," and you're like, "Wait, do I know you?" And this is how things click when we come across these past life connections. And we got a ton of these that are happening in our across the planet right now because normally we're like 10% conscious and 90% subconscious, and all our past lives are stored in the Akashic records in our subconscious. But it's like the energy of the planet has where we're 11% conscious and 79, wait, 89, 79, whatever the, yeah, that would be 89, right? 89 and 11's 100. Here we go. I'm good at maths. But you get the idea. So it's expanded us and we're getting this, these connections. So this is who is coming in here for you. I don't you feel like you guys have met yet, but this is who is going to be in love with you. Not who currently is, but this is what spirit wanted you to know about because you're going to bump into them very soon here. By the end of the year, I feel it's like very close. And you're just gonna be like, wow, okay, I see who this is. All right, here we go. So I like it for you, angel blessings, and that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. You're welcome, Daijona. All right. So, cutie, you are up next. Anything you need to know? I'm just gonna take a quick sip here. All right. What does spirit want you to know? All right. Well, you got two cups cards here. And you've got the Five of Chalices, the Five of Cups, and you've got the Page of Cups. So higher expanded love. And I like this, what you're going through here, because the Three of Cups, that are floating there in the pond there are lower vibrational energies, the lower vibrational emotions that we have felt, because we've been taught that, well, when this happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel. And so we've got a lot of this fear-based emotions that we had bubbling down in here. But I like this, that with this Page of Cups, you've been having this upgrade in your emotions. And you have the Two of Cups back here, where this is your power of emotional choice, the transformation. The five is a number of change and transformation. Where you are, you've had enough of that, right? And there's nothing wrong with feeling the lower vibrational emotions. It's what we come here for, you know. We come here to experience the, the dark shadow type of energy, so we can experience and see this beige in here. If this giant beige tapestry, if it had no shadow, darker ink on it, you wouldn't see any design. It would just be like this giant white wall or beige wall, right? And so, but at some point we're like, okay, I've had enough of that. I'm kind of bored with, feeling those emotions. I'm ready for this change, because every moment is either of lower vibrational love or higher vibrational love energy. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring us different experiences, and you're ready for this upgrade, this change. And this is what is coming in here, this Page of Cups, along with this, the Two of Cups, and that Five of Cups card is like, all right, I'm ready for this change. And you're feeling this transformation. And this is what Spirit wants you to know right now. It starts with the Ace of Cups, us on the inside, and we're letting go of the old lower vibrational mindsets, the old lower vibrational emotions that don't serve us anymore, and we're transforming them into higher vibrational thoughts and beliefs and emotions that are rooted in unconditional love. So you do have this change that's coming in here, and it can result. It all starts on the inside though, and it'll will be mirrored on the outside world, but we change from the inside out, not the outside in. So it's going to take a little bit for it to be drawing in people showing you this higher love, both in friendship, but also romance. If you are looking for that, you definitely will have that. That will be drawn to you as well. So that's what they have for you, cuties. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And so Anya, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I just had a donation come through. So thank you so much, Naomi. Let me give that some love since I can. And celebrating your third super. So whoop whoop. Thank you so much. Anyone to know any messages from Spirit that you need to know? All right, let's take a look here. Let's shuffle these other cards. We're going back to the Arcanus Animal Tarot. Let's see what they have here for you. What does Spirit want you to know? Hey, hey. All right. All right. So let's take a look here and see, what do we have coming in here? So first you have the Justice card coming in here. And I like this. I feel like you've been this, energy of, of course, balance, balance, balance. A lot of, Libra energy coming in with all of this too. Um, oh wow, all three have been for me. Thank you so much. Well, I am very grateful for that. So I like this. I like this card coming in because it feels like that you've been doing it's like this celebration in a way, the energy I'm feeling with it, that you've been doing a lot of cutting away of thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you, and you've been really focusing on knowledge of the higher realms. And I feel like you've been having this thirst for higher knowledge, that which is rooted in unconditional love. And I love this coming in here. Yeah. And really here with the King of Pentacles too, you've had this energy of pursuing your worth in relationship to the outside world in this higher and higher way. And and I like the combination that comes in with these two cards, because it does tell me that you have been changing your viewpoint and your worth from, instead of the outside world defining you, you've been defining yourself by this love and this connection that you're having with Spirit. And it feels like there's been this peace that's been coming in. This is that balancing energy that is just like, peace of mind. Right? You're like, finally. And I feel like yeah, you're definitely investing a lot less energy in the outside world. And I feel like this is like kind of like this kudos, like they want to go high five and fist bump, they just want to let you know that even though a lot of people in the outside world may not recognize it, that you are surrounded by a host of beings of, unconditional love and light on the other side, that we're with you 24/7. We see how much you've done, and I feel like they want to make sure that it's celebrated there. Yeah, wow. Yeah, because here's this magician here too. You've got really connecting to your power and your higher self, and you're really opening up and becoming this great conduit of the love from above, and you've been really um drawn to discover, what's my life purpose? What are my gifts? I want to share them with the world. I just feel it inside me, and you might be having trouble trying to formulate it and go, "What is it?" And, I'm reading a great book here, which if this resonates, it's Discovering Your Dharma, which is your life purpose. Wonderful, wonderful story, with what she's been through, but it gives you some great, uh, awareness, and it breaks it down. You you can even take this little kind of, it's not a test or a quiz, but it's like, some questions you answer to help you determine what area of your life is like your life purpose. And so if you're interested in that, because I feel like you're at this point where you're just like ready to burst. I gotta express myself, but how? I don't know how, where, when, blah, 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 And I like this for you because there is this magic inside that you are destined to share with the world. And it's about figuring it out. And it's good. It's a scavenger hunt. We come down here. We're not given a scroll that unfolds going, here you go. This is what you are supposed to do, should do, blah, blah, blah. Because the part of our journey here, which is important to know, is that we are here to experience getting from point A to point B, the journey between the two, and we hear that a lot, right? With the life isn't about the uh destination, it's about the journey, and we're like, oh, that's a bunch of BS, right? But really it is. And what I like is that it's spirit showed me one day when I was going for a long walk, and I felt spirit and my whole spiritual posse walking with me and experiencing it. I go, what are you guys doing? You're like so present with me going for a walk. And they were like, we don't get to do that over here, because when all of us, when we're on the other side, we're like, what is it like over there? We're there. There's no getting there. We're just immediately there. We're already existing there in a way, and we just become present over there. And we're like, oh, okay, and we want to know something. We just know it. Here, we take time to learn. So I like this, that it's like, enjoy the journey, enjoy the adventure of discovery, with all of that. Here's the Four of Wands. Here's the peace of mind coming in here. So that's reiterating what we were talking about here. You definitely have that coming in here. Yeah, because here's the moving from the fear, the heartbreak, which these are the three swords here, the three to the four of the swords. But it's this higher knowledge that is removing the fears. I like this discovery too, which you either did discover or are discovering, that we can never be heartbroken. And I know, what? How's that possible? I feel heartbreak. It's like, what we came down here to feel what it might feel like, as if our heart was broken. But really, the beautiful awareness that comes with this is that our hearts are too powerful to ever be broken. What we feel in our heart when we feel heartbroken is the piercing of the heart going into fight or flight mode. And so it's like when, often we compare it to someone jumping out and startling us, right? And like, boo, and you're like, ah, and then you realize, oh, it's my brother again scaring me. And so as soon as I realize that, then I calm down, and then, I don't have this you know, this change of the emotions I'm feeling, right? And then but when we have emotional fear that comes in, like someone betrays us and, doesn't honor our commitment or whatever, then it's like, it we're afraid I'll never be lovable again, or that means something about me. What will people think? I'm going to get rejected. Ultimately, the fear of rejection is what is at the core of the human. We're tribal, we're pack animals. We don't want to be ostracized by our tribe. We fear rejection, right? And so that's what's down there, and it ignites. And if we faced that fear and questioned it, it would stop. But because we are not taught to question those fears, we're just like, we loop that belief over and over and over again. That's why we have heartbreak. It's basically our fear being ignited, reignited, 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 reignited. And then because when we go to sleep, it stops because we're not thinking about it. When we get distracted by something, the heartbreak stops until we remember, "Oh, that's right. I'm heartbroken." Fear, fear, fear. And so, the relief comes when we're able to calm ourselves down and step back and go, "Okay, what am I fearing? Does that really mean, when they cheated on me, does that really have anything to do with me? No, that's them and their decisions out of fear that they're making, but I don't have to define myself by their actions." When we have this, the heartache goes away. It moves away, right? Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense there, Naomi. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, I love that there's this ahas, with this, and a lot of what you've learned and gleaned too. I like I don't know where I read it or if it was a meme or something, but it just really stood out because someone said, the pain that we experience, it becomes a page in someone else's survival manual because we're able to help people, give them a page out of our book that helps them through that. Our survival manual isn't someone else's survival manual. It's just a page. Like, here, I made a photocopy of that page for you. So I like that energy coming in here for you. And I feel like that's what they want you to know. I want to give you a "You Are Awesome" card here too. Let's see. These are such great cards. Okay. You actually get two. The first one, yeah. So you have this one here. It says, "My middle name is Proton, always constant, always positive. You are welcome, electrons." I like that. Again, that impact that you have on others. Yeah. And this one too. I love these. There it goes. Again, this, on this path, I seem to make friends that share my same race pace. I'll get there when I get there. Don't wait up. Seriously. So I love those cards there for you. But I feel like that's what you need to know is, this is what is unfolding, and yeah, definitely check out that book because, you're discovering your life purpose and you're at this place. And in fact, when I was just reading it, there's different stages that we go through, and we have this um discovery of things. And in fact, I just want to share that piece of it here. I feel like this is good for all of us. But there's like these five stages. Let me see here. It's towards the beginning here. Where? Oh, where? Okay. Yeah. So we have like we start with stage one, which is self awareness, and then we do self improvement, and then we have an awakening, and then we have the higher consciousness connection, and then we step into our life purpose and we reach the point in our life where we're just like, oh my gosh, I can't just exist and do this stuff anymore. Like, I have to, the purpose that I've been given by humans, it doesn't fulfill me. I need this fulfillment. We have this drive for purpose, and I like it. So yeah, definitely do that. All right, perfect. So I'm excited for you, Naomi. And that is what they have for you right now. So again, thank you so much for your donation and allowing me to connect to your energy. I'm excited. Absolutely. Live our truth. Be the true us. So beautiful, beautiful. All right, my dear. Many blessings to you. You are very welcome. All right. And then we left off with Anya Ahuya. Let me just take a look here. All right. So, Anya Ahuya, you want to know Sebastian's current attitude towards you. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, so we've got this, Seven of Pentacles that comes in here, which is, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So their current attitude is they're in no rush. They're just kind of going with the flow, allowing things to unfold. Don't even feel like they have really strong intentions. They're just kind of seeing what unfolds, taking it moment by moment. The Sage of Flames, which is the Queen of Flames or the Queen of Wands, is this energy and their attitude towards you. They see you as someone, I mean, they're attracted. There's attractiveness with the flames, right? It's physical attraction, energetic attraction, but they see you as someone that's very nurturing, very connected, like um they might even recognize that you're connected to spirit because they're like, how do you figure out these things? How do you know how I'm feeling? I didn't tell you that. How did you know that? I just feel like you have this wonderful relationship with spirit, that you've had, like your whole life, but you've been expanding it and expanding it. It's been growing and upgrading. And they're almost, I feel like they're almost taken aback by it a little bit. But they also see you as someone who's attractive, the fire, flamey kind of fire sign energy. And that's why they're physically attracted, they're energetically attracted, but they're just not available emotionally. They're just not available uh, say attentionally, like I almost feel like they have ADHD where they can't focus on anything, anyone for very long at all. They're just always distracted, always super hyperactive and energetic where they just can't slow down. Um, but that's their attitude towards life. And that's why I feel like things go very slow because it's like, it'd be like they're showing me like you have all these chores that you want to do at home. And if you only take 10 seconds with each one, it takes forever to get a chore done, right? Instead of just focusing and sitting and getting one done and then going on to the next, they are like all over the place with everything in their life. And I feel like this is the scatteredness that comes in. Um, so I don't feel like they have a specific attitude towards you. It's just their attitude towards life, and everything is just in this giant bucket. I just feel when I'm channeling and connecting with their energy, I feel very scattered and disorganized and helter skelter all over the place. I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So it's like a little puppy that's been let out of their cage after being cooped up all day, and they're just going all over the place, peeing on the floor, super excited. Not that they would do that, but that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up there. So very interesting on you. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But that's what's going on there. I just feel, you know, there's attractiveness, but they can't focus attention or thinking or intention or emotion. They're just hyper energy everywhere. So that's what's coming in there for you, Anya. So many blessings to you. And then a new three, you're up next. Any blessings coming towards you? Let's take a look here. Wow, look all this fire energy. So you have definitely six of flames, six of wands is about victory. And I'm sorry, this is the nine of wands. And I like this because you're moving from this place of where you felt there's been barriers before, there's flow and victory now. Sixes are three on each side, which allows flow. Nine would be four on each side with one in the middle, with there's been an energetic block that hasn't allowed you to move forward in the past. But you can see here they've got this now. You can see they've been hitting their head up against the wall for a while. They got a bandage on their head. But this ace of wands was right back here, which was keeping them from moving forward. But now there is, whatever there's been this block, in your life, whether it's for romance or, if you're in a relationship going further or a job, money, whatever opportunities, whatever you felt like this block was, this wall you've been hitting your head up against, it's opening up for you. And it's because you've been looking at things and transforming things. So it's not just like, coincidence that it's happening. You have been investing energy and changing your energy, and that's what's changing this. And You're stepping into your power, and that's what's allowing this, opening to be there that you can slip through now, and the flow is beginning. So I like that for you, and you'll know because you'll have your. I know my this big bump on my head. I know what wall I've been hitting against for a while. It's very obvious. Um, I feel for you. So I like that. That's definitely a blessing. Here comes the flow. All right. So that's what they have for you in Nusri. So many blessings to you. And Goldie, you wanted some guidance. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. All right. So you do have the Empress here with abundance and the Four of Cups, which has this, new love being offered to you, this new love coming in. This could be, this is harvest and sensuality and new birth. And so there is this new birthing of new emotion coming in. It does start here from within with the Ace of Cups that fills things up. And I like that the old three cups that don't fulfill you, this abundant feeling, this fullness feeling, comes from Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And you've been nurturing yourself. I feel like you've been giving yourself the love that you give so freely to so many people. I feel like you had this real aha this year of like, you know what? Out of anyone in the world, I deserve this love that I'm giving everyone. And you've been beginning, and I feel like successively giving it to yourself, choosing things for yourself, putting yourself first in a lot of situations. Like you're like, whoa, let's not go crazy. Baby steps. But I like this for you because of this your love has been filling you up from the inside, and you're beginning to see love differently reflected in the outside too, because your love vibration's been going up. It's been bringing you in different people with higher love vibration, not the cranky old poo poo heads. You've been drawing in higher vibrational experiences, and your world is beginning to transform because we don't see the world as it is anyway. We see the world as we are. So as you've been changing, you're starting to see the world as a more loving place. And as this love vibration, it's drawing in um, a higher love from the outside world to mirror that self-love that you've been expanding. So I like that for you, Goldie. And that's what they want you to know right now. So continue to focus on giving yourself that love because uh, as you do that, your outside world starts reflecting that. So, all right. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. So, Aditi, you're up next. And Pisces, feelings and next actions towards you. Well, the feelings, a lot of different feelings, a lot of different, which Pisces, I know I have a stellium, which means four or more planets in Pisces. So I understand the feelings all over the place and emotions. It's like just a whole smorgasbord, buffet of all these different emotions that they're feeling here. And they're trying to figure out what it all means here. But ultimately, their next actions here with the great wheel, which is the wheel of fortune, your human will feel like it is fortunate for you. The it is this um, message that everything that unfolds is for us. So their next actions are going to be for you, regardless of what they are. But the Wheel of Fortune says even our human is on board with feeling like, oh, this was for me and happy about it. So I feel like whatever it is, they're not telling us exactly here because feel like they're still figuring out their emotions. As soon as that clicks, they will act on them and you'll be happy about it, with this Wheel of Fortune. So it'll be like, okay. I like this, and so it's positive, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit here. They're still figuring things out. Maybe by the end of the year. But while you're waiting for them, figuring out your own emotions is a good thing to do because the more you raise your love vibration, the faster things come towards you too. So I like that. And that's what they have for you, Aditi. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue going down the list here. All right. So Gene XO, hello, hello, hello. And thank you for the reminder. I get so involved in readings. I neglect to thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love, and you're part of the Love Tsunami. It makes the YouTube algorithm so happy. It wants to share my videos with other people. So we spread the love. So thank you guys so much for that. And thank you, Jean, for the reminder. And you wanted to know what is coming towards you in money and finances this week. All right. Well, you have the strength card here, and you have the adept of orbs, which is the knight of swords. So you do have this seeing money and finances from a different perspective this week. A great opportunity with this movement, this quest of seeing things from a higher perspective. And the knight of orbs is in pursuit of that, but they allow us to have this movement of thought. And when we start to look at things differently, start to have a different perspective around money and finances, things do change, and even with the strength card, this is our human and our higher self, with the infinity symbol up here. There's this um, information, this joining together between our higher self and our human self that transforms things. And I really feel like that is a big thing there. And I know I've been showing a lot of books lately, but these are great. I mean, if you are looking as far as knowledge and changing your perspective and things, regarding money and finances, this Tapping into Wealth is an amazing, amazing book because Margaret Lynch provides wonderful, wonderful, it's tapping, which allows us to communicate to our subconscious child and release a lot of these beliefs and mindsets and things that keep finances away, limit us, that anchor us back. And even though we consciously are doing everything that we feel like we want to around money and finances, the thoughts and beliefs have to change, or they just keep running on autopilot in our subconscious and they keep things away from us. So if that resonates for you, definitely check that out. We're currently reading it in our praying mantis sessions. I'm reading like a half a chapter, a chapter after each of our free sessions and on our Thursday night. So if you guys are interested, it's like audio on tape. It'll put you to sleep sometimes because I have a very calming voice. But I like this for you. I feel like there's a great opportunity this week, Gene, to really change some mindsets that just switch things and bring down these walls that allow abundance and excitement for your finances and life to really ignite there. So I like it for you, but definitely whatever way resonates with you about questioning your thoughts and beliefs around that, it's a very important piece of it to happen there. So there you go. All right. And that's what they have for you, Gene. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Sayani. Hello, hello. So feelings of Amit for you. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, I do see here, we've got the adept of chalices is the knight of cups. So there is a movement of emotion that's there, and there's pursuit of, love there. But there's also this time here of the nine of pentacles, which is about, nine's the hermit's journey. And it's about, here's spirit being in the garden alone, really looking at our worth in relationship to the outside world. So there is this kind of delay, this kind of, um, kind of movement, slow movement. You even got the snail down here, the bottom of the deck here. It's a slow process. and there's this pursuit here, and when that happens, when we've got this movement card with the Knight of Cups. Knights are movement. So that's good. There is movement of emotion, but this Nine of Pentacles kind of, it's like driving with your emergency brake on. It's like it's anchoring it down. There's movement, but it's slow movement. And the reason for the slow movement is because both of you are raising your awareness of your worth in relationship to the outside world, and you're going through this self-worth, realizing self-worth comes from inward and upward, and that the outside stuff that's falling short is this beautiful reflective mirror. And so it's happening on purpose, so that when you guys are ready, you can come together, not expecting each other to fulfill each other, but to enhance one another. So if that makes sense. So that is what's going on there. There is some love below the surface, but there is this slowness around it all, purposely. All right. So that's what's coming through. Kritika Sayani. And then Magana, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. Hello, hello. Any advice on your current situation with SW? A part of you wants to wait and you feel like he's going to come back. And then you also, a part of you is wants, okay, gotcha. Well, that makes sense. Because you have the 9 here, the Hermit, which is about inner reflection and being alone, taking time alone to step back and connect with your higher self and spirit. And you have the Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new beginnings, new birth. But I really feel like the combination of these two is about you taking time to nurture yourself. And I feel like this is about moving on. And um and I did, when I first read your question here too, it just it it it's like you can move on. What is meant for you will never pass you by, but I feel it's important for you to focus on you, let go, and just move forward. And I don't feel like you're gonna jump into a new relationship right now. At least spirit is saying, try not to jump into a new relationship right now, at least a relationship with another human. Jump into your relationship with spirit with that Hermit card, the Queen of Pentacles. Jump into this relationship with you and nurture yourself, and spend some time dating you. You don't need to cheat on yourself with other people for a while. I like that. So date yourself. Take yourself on a date, do things for you. Take this time to really enhance your relationship with your higher self and with spirit. And I feel like this changes things. And then if they are meant to be, they'll come back. But I don't know why I say almost. I feel like as you do this, giving yourself the love that you've been giving them and others in your life and in your past, and this dating yourself, you're like, you know what? No one can treat me better than I can treat myself. And I feel like the interest and the connection with them just really drifts away. And you draw in other individuals that are a more pure and clearer reflection of the love that you have for yourself. So I feel like, yeah, you can, step back, focus on yourself, and but definitely don't jump into another relationship with another human for a little bit. And then you're like, yeah, it's okay. And then if they come back, I'll think about it. But I feel like you won't care here very soon. All right. So that's what they have for you, Magana. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Kritika Malhotra. Hey, hey. All right. So you want to know, is your um oh, okay. So this is not your crush. Okay. Arnav, are they aware that you like him? Okay. I like how you clarify. Wow. You've got you've got the Page of Wands and the Page of Wands. Both passionate, interest. I feel like they do. And I feel like there's this mutual, I feel like this is the two of you, and there's this mutual attraction. Though the way this card is sitting here, it's like you're not turned toward them. But I feel like you were expressing it, not knowing you're expressing this energy of attraction, and they have their back to you, but um, but they're aware of you. So it's like you don't they're not looking at you, you're not looking at them, but you're both I feel like you're both have this attraction for one another. So I do see that there. That you get both the same card coming out in both decks. I love that. So there you go, Kritika. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. Right on time. Boom. I like it. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And Supernova. Hello, hello. So let me take a look here. I know you had commented some other things here. I just hadn't had a chance to read them. Let me just zoom. Right. Saw that. Right, very good. Just make sure there was no updates to what you had asked there. All right. And we'll combine these into one question because, free readings are one question together, but I feel like they're very like there's so much, to deal with one another anyway. So I love that you had a sudden realization, something you've continuously done in your life, a habit, and sudden like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was doing that. Right. You want to know what your guides have to say about it, any insight on them, and was it them that had anything to do with this, or was it a download, or where was this? Let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's you know, this I feel like this, well, first of all, spirit, they're always doing what we've asked them to do. And I feel like they were, this was them doing what you had asked them. It's like, at this point in my life, if I haven't realized it yet, just kind of hit me upside the back of my head. And I feel like they just went, hey, it's like, oh, ding. And I feel like that this was the time that the timer went off for them to bring this to you because it's the perfect timing that you wanted to become aware of it. So they're, I feel like they're carrying out your request that you made before you came down here at this exact time in your life to wake you up to these things. And so this is coming from them here. Um, yeah, and here we go. We've got we definitely have this lower vibrational energy with the 3 of swords, which is the 3 of with 3 of orbs here, which is the usually it's a giant heart with 3 swords stuck in it, heartbreak, disappointment, and the 5 of pentacles, which is all about feelings of abandonment, being left behind, out in the cold, feelings of lack, right? And so I like this here that the lightning bolt and that the 3 of swords represents the, like when you said you were shocked that you had this habit, but spirit is saying too here, but don't beat yourself up about it. These beliefs that you've had and the habits that were formed were conditioned growing up. I mean, you were a child, 7 years old and younger when we develop a lot of our emotional habits of things because of praise and punishment and little child trying to survive and fit in and not be ostracized. It does all sorts of things for survival. And that's where the 5 of pentacles comes in, is like we have these beliefs around, you know, we talk about the 6 of pentacles in that Take 10 with Zen series episode 5, which comes right after the 5 of pentacles. We have this out of balance giving and receiving that's running these programs that are running below the surface. And so when we have this energy of this happening, right, there's this it's running on autopilot until suddenly, like we said, ding, and we're like, wow, I see this pattern. I see this, thing that I do, and it's a reaction because it was opinions that were given to you that you took on as your opinion, because that's what you were given. Children, we don't know any better. Oh yeah, here's all the opinions, thank you everybody. We take it on as our own opinion because it's reinforced over and over. Because it's reinforced over and over, it becomes our habit. We continually make it our habit over and over again where it happens so fast, becomes a reaction, right? And so this habit, this reaction that we've had, it's like, oh, what a beautiful thing that when we become aware of it, because when it's on autopilot and it's just happening naturally and normally, and we feel like we don't have control over it, when you realize I do have the ability through repetition, like I did before, to change a habit too. I always talk about, the cell phone um, is a great thing to be able you know, um, to change a habit, because through repetition we can change and look at things differently. Habits, and let me finish that. So how you do that is, you can put a vibrating silent alarm on your phone so it only notifies you, right? Every half hour, every hour, once a day, however fast you want to change the habit, you remind yourself of of the change that you want to make, right? Like, instead of focusing on my fear, I want to focus on gratitude. So I have a alarm goes off every waking hour, every half hour, reminding me gratitude. So when I get sucked back into my habit, it reminds me, oh, this is what I want, and then we get back and forth. But a big thing about changing habits too is that most of the time we realize it after the fact. you know, we're like, a year later, we look back and go, "Oh, yeah, I remember when I did that," and then months later, and then we begin to realize right after it happened, then we start realizing it while it's happening, still choosing the old habit, and then we start realizing it while it's happening, and we make a different choice, sometimes choosing the old habit, sometimes choosing the new, and then sometimes we'll start to realize it before it happens, and we'll still do the old way. Then other times we'll start changing it, and then we'll eventually we change the habit through repetition, and it's beautiful. But I like that they're saying, don't, we all have them. We all have these things that we've learned, but it's us realizing, oh, I can change things, whatever it may be in our lives. And so I like that empowerment that comes in with all that. So that is what they have for you. Yeah, yeah, and so well, that's only 4 years ago. That's you know, just wait until you're, like, 50 and you look back and go, "Oh my god, I've been doing this all my life." 4 years and so I like it for you. You're welcome, blessed one, and Kritika. Alright, so that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, Supernova. All right. And then up next, we got Daisy. Hey, Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. So, will your ABA professor like your paper that you're currently writing? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I feel like here, they're going to, with the Six of Cups, there's like this equal, feelings about it. And so I feel like you guys are on the same page with your paper here. I feel like they will, um, of course, have some um, opinion, some reflection, because I feel like they're going to give you some guidance on it too. So I feel like what Spirit is saying here, you might run it by them, like, just say, "Hey, professor, I just wanted to, get your opinion really quick. This is what my approach and da da da. Da. Any feedback, any recommendations?" And they're like, "Oh no, I like that." They might give you a couple questions of like, "Yeah, while you're doing that, just kind of think of this and this while you're doing it." And you're like, "Cool, thank you." And I kind of feel like that's what they want, but I feel like they're like, "Yeah, I like this. I like this idea. I like what you're doing." But I feel like checking in with them, they'll give you some little tidbits, a little bit of guidance that will help you even adapt it a little more and to take a just a slightly different approach on it. So I like it for you. And that's what they have for you, Daisy. So boom, boom, boom. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And we're to Shanae. Hey, Shanae Govinder. So, do you see you receiving money this week? All right, let's take a look here and see from Spirit here. All right. Hmm. Well, we've got we've got the High Priestess here. We've got the Seeker of Orbs, which is the Knight of Swords. I feel like you're getting communication that comes in regarding money this week. But there, with the High Priestess, there's some hidden and unknown things that come to light. So trust your gut and trust your intuition. If you're like, um, because I feel like you're going to get some communication regarding the money, but I don't know if it's going to come in this week. But I feel like with that High Priestess, just trust your gut. If you're like, you know, I want to call this, I just want to call him real quick. And you call him and you're like, hey, I just was checking on this. Is this going to be coming in this week? And they're like, oh, hey, I'm glad you called. We needed this information. Or, oh, wow, yeah, let me release this. It looks like someone was holding it up and doesn't need to be held up. Or, yeah, let me release that right now for you. Or it's like something along those lines that if you feel this nudge of in your gut, not out of fear and all that, but just this really spiritual nudging from spirit that you know what that feels like, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this and do it. Follow that gut instinct. But I definitely feel like you're gonna receive communication around it. But I feel like you might need to do some sort of action. There's something that gets revealed that you're like, oh, good. I'm glad I called. I'm glad I reached out to. So that's what's coming in, Shanae. So hopefully that helps there. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right. Majestic Love, 1111. You'd like a general love reading. All right. So let's take a look here. Wow, two major arcana here. And yeah, definitely love is going through a transformation here. You've got the death and rebirth card and the hanged man, which is like a cocoon transformation, seeing it from a different perspective. Love is changing. There's this way of looking at it is changing. Different things are falling away but this is significant with two major arcana. So it can be about letting go of mindsets that no longer serve you regarding love, some old ones that are rooted in fears of rejection, fears of failure, fears of not being good enough, all those delicious fears we all as humans have until we don't, right? And I feel like seeing things from a different perspective, letting go of emotions that no longer serve you, even relationships. And it does, of course, if you're in touch with exes and different things that you're like, you know what? I can let this go. Even friendships, even family, whatever relationships are no longer serving you, and you feel like they're just sucking all of this, you're and no one can suck the energy from us, but all this energy you're investing in these relationships that you feel are going into a black hole. It's important for you during this time to bring that energy back because you're creating the space, you're gathering the emotional energy for a new love to come in, but it requires you to get rid of some of this stuff so that that energy is not there. You're raising your love vibration and you're dumping, things out. It's like you're getting rid of old furniture so the new furniture has a place to be, if that makes sense. And in creating the space is what invites it to come in. So I like that for you, Majestic Love, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. There it is. All right. And Starfall, you are up next. So can you tell you what the tower moment that they mentioned yesterday is going to be about? Ooh. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, we've got two sevens here. So there is this obstacle that's been here, some thoughts and emotions that don't serve you anymore. And this is what's going to be removed out of your life. I feel like with this combination, it's really, quite honestly, it feels like an individual is gonna be moved out of your life, and it's I feel like it's someone that you've been teetering back and forth with keeping in your life, and I feel like this is a friend, not like an ex or anybody. I don't feel like you're in steady contact with those. If it is, then definitely. But I feel like this tower is this, because there's this, um, individual who feels like a wrench in the whole system, right? Like, they are the ones that they always have some drama going on. They always have this, and I feel like they, um, not not that they no one can hinder us, but I feel like their energy just you feel it, you pick it up, and it just is enough to drag you down and to keep you, in this place. So whoever this is, and I feel like it's a friend that's been in your life for a long time, and maybe you've got such a strong connection with them because 'cause you've known them for a long time, and so you're kind of have this like, "Well, we've been friends for a long time, and I know that it's no longer healthy for me." Um, it's like it's not helping your life any, it kinda drags it down, but you kind of feel like this, loyalty to them because of everything, but you don't need to. And I feel like this is the one that they this is the tower moment. This is has to do with someone falling away, someone being pulled away that allows this movement and flow. I feel like they're a clog in your pipeline. So that's what's coming in Starfall. Hopefully that makes sense. But that's what I'm picking up here. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And Sabrina, you're up next. So Kevin's feelings towards you. He's the manager. Ooh, okay. Well, we've got magician energy here with this indigo card, and we got the Queen of Cups, which is a lot of emotion below the surface. And there's this I don't want to say there's this attraction. I feel like it's more excitement about you. And the Queen of Cups is they've got this intuition, so feelings, cups, there's a lot of stuff below the surface. The Queen of Cups rolls over emotion. All the queens get a second portion of emotion. So she's double emotion. She's able to dive deep. And so there's this emotion that runs deep, but it's also intuition. It's also, and I kind of feel like with all of this, they've got a good feeling about you. I don't feel like that's like they're like interested, like whoa, 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 kind of thing. I feel like they're like they see the potential. They've got this gut feeling, and they really want to kind of be like a cheerleader for you, and they really want to be in your corner. And so I like this positiveness, and I almost feel like it can like a big brother feel to it, and so it doesn't go into the romantic attraction type of thing. I just feel like they've got this draw to you, but it's not like sexual, if I can say that word on here. I think I can. But it's like they just really want to be in your corner, really want to help you, and they've got this great heart. I feel like their kindness a lot gets misinterpreted because the way they say things and do things, it's like you're what it can be misconstrued. Um, but when you look at their heart and look at their intentions, I feel like it's pure. It's like a big brother, you know, a non-creepy big brother, not a step brother who's like attracted, but like a real brother who's just like, oh no, I would never think of that. They're like doing that. So hopefully that makes sense. But that is what they have for you, Sabrina. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. You will be up next here. But I do have a donation that came in. Thank you so much, Bumika. Let me give that some love there since I can't thank you for your donation. And you want to know what message does your husband have for you and your daughter? And what advice does he want to give your daughter for her career? All right. Let's take a look here. So, what message does your husband have? Okay, for you. This is for your daughter. All right. Okay. So this goes into also about career for her. I was like, why so many cards? They're like, well, two is for that and two is for that. I'm like, so you get two cards for the message that they have for you. I like this. They want you to be happy here with the 10 of cups. They're like, the King of Swords is getting out of your head and into your heart. The King of Swords, rolls over the swords, gets a second portion of air. So big thinker, can get it caught into their head. They're like, get out of your head. 10 of Cups is overflowing heart. And so they definitely want you to say, yeah, um, I I support you 100%. They're like when they're on the other side, they're like, all the stuff that mattered to me when I was there don't matter anything anymore. They're like, do what you want to do for you. I'm with you both constantly, and I'm in a wonderful place, and so I'm able to go and I'm like all over the universe at the same time. I'm having a blast. So you enjoy your life, find love again, do what you want from your heart, get rid of all my stuff, anything I built, I don't care, do what you want for you. I support you 100%. And I love that. So I love that message for you because it's like um, if they were overly, you know, logical and everything when they were here. They're like, just be free." I see it now. So I like that. And then the message for your daughter here is with the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. I feel like they're telling your daughter, it's okay, don't rush. It's okay to feel any emotion. Don't beat yourself up for, if you ever feel down or sad or whatever. Just know any moment you can change it and choose a different emotion, but don't get caught up in, feeling, down and low. And it's okay. You can feel those. Don't beat yourself up. And I like this too here. This Knight of Pentacles is slow moving. It's the slowest moving knight out of them all. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like this message of your heart will heal in time. Um, and you don't need to rush. You don't need to rush. Allow yourself to feel what you want to feel and what you're wanting to feel. Don't stuff it down. Cry when you want to cry, throw something when you want to throw something. Try not to hurt someone, but you know, definitely feel your feelings. Is what I feel. What I feel they're saying with that. And then, what advice does he want to give your daughter for her career? Yeah, I love it. Of course, he's gonna say, "You can do anything. You got everything you need within you." The magician is, go for what you love. The Page of Cups here is, following your heart, following what you wanna do, what you'll enjoy in your life, not what's you know, I kind of feel like maybe they were a big thinker, when they were here, and so they were always like, "Oh, think logically, you gotta have a plan A, plan B, da, 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 da." Now they're on the other side, they're like, "Get out of your heads and into your hearts." This is again, follow your heart, follow your dream, your passion. And, even if I had, apologies if I had put a lot of fear about you have to do this with your life. Don't do this. They're like, no, they're totally opposite now. They're live your dream, live your heart, and you can do anything. You have everything you need inside of you, but they're encouraging her to find, the thing that would make them, um, make their heart sing. What makes their heart feel full? How do they uniquely want to spread the unconditional love in their heart with the world? And I love that. Um, and if you weren't listening a little earlier, I there's this great book. If she's not sure about, I don't know what I want to do with my life, there's this great book I'm reading right now by this. Sahara rose. It's beautiful. And it's discovering your Dharma, which helps you discover your life purpose. Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, I jumped ahead because I wanted to take the test to see what area of life I kind of lean towards. But just a few pages in, I'm blown away by her. And maybe check that out as well. So I like that for you. And thank you for being your first super chat too. I really appreciate you doing that. All right, and that's what they have for you, Bhumika. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. All right. So I'm going to be on for about 15 more minutes. I'm going to try to get through as many free readings as I can here. And I won't be back until Friday morning next week. I'm on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then on Friday and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you guys are interested in having a personal reading, I have those on sale. All that information's in the description box of the video. Plus, of course, and when I get toward the end here in about 15 minutes, I'll post my the monthly drawing information and how you can actually get into a drawing to win a free 30-minute past life reading. All right, so we'll continue here. So Vidi Jalan. Hello. What message do you need to hear for this week? All right, look at this. You got Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities await for you this week. Be open to new opportunities, seeing things from a different perspective. And there's this great little nudge here too with Ace of Pentacles is it's looking at our worth and relationship to the outside world in a different way, defining yourself by your self-worth, which is inward and upward, not retail price, which is the outside world. What's my value to people in the outside world? Well, that's fickle. It's changing, unstable, depends on how someone's feeling in one moment. One moment they think I'm great, the next moment they've got gas from eating a big burrito when they think I'm horrible. I don't know why they said that, but it's like, okay, okay, fickle. But you can turn inward and upward, and you're finding and you're realizing your worth and relationship to the outside world in a different way, and it's bringing up a new opportunity or two, since you got two opportunities coming up for you this week. And don't hold yourself back going, well, no, I don't think I could do that. Go for it. This is a week of saying yes, 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 yes to opportunities. And I like that for you because I I just feel like these are coming at a perfect time for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, VD. So many blessings to you. And then love you, Zendagi, Pinky Pinky. Anything that you need to learn to manifest your love life. All right. Wow. Well, here's your love life with the Two of Cups. How perfect. And you've got the Emperor here. And the Emperor here, something that you can learn with regarding love. The Emperor, of course, is about it's Aries energy, it's new beginnings, it's new births. It's about, the Emperor gets a lot of information, a lot of supposed to's, a lot of demands from all these advisors of their life, right? Of what love is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. But the Emperor clears everyone out of the throne room and says, all right, everybody, thank you for your advice, but I'm going to choose now. And this is about not being drawn into out of fear, trying to live up to what everyone else is telling you to do. You're the Emperor, you're in charge of your life. This is about you whittling and getting rid of these fears and seeing love from a different perspective. And it's an important thing because when we have a lot of restrictions around our heart around what a relationship is supposed to be and who they're supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be, it limits our experiences, and it also limits we limit creator on in spirit bringing love toward us. It's takes a long time because when we're limiting it to that, that's on back order for a long time. But if we expand and let go of these expectations, and then we allow spirit to bring the perfect person in the perfect time, in the perfect way, and then while we're waiting, we raise our love vibration, right? But this is about taking charge of like, I'm not waiting around. I'm going to do what I love and live my life, raise my vibration, question all these beliefs of the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. And then this is what helps bring love into your life, because you are raising your love vibration, and how you perceive and look at love in the outside world changes as well. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's what they have for you. Pinky, pinky. All right. Excuse me. Didn't mean to do that in the microphone. Sorry. All right. And then we've got Kushi Thanvi, universe's message for you. Let's take a look here. Wow. So you do have a rebirth coming here with the death and rebirth card, and the Master of Flames, the King of Wands. So this is like this change, this and I feel like you're the one that's ending things and beginning things here, because you're really stepping into your power. This is a lot like the Emperor card that I just talked about. Fire energy, stepping forward, putting form around what you're wanting in life, how you're wanting things to unfold. You're like, I'm whatever no longer serves you, it's like it's gone. It's like this massive purge from your life of beliefs and emotions and people and things. And like I'm just done with this stuff. If it's not for me, it's out. And I feel like you're really discovering what your passion for life is and what direction you want to head, because it feels as if you're like, I know what I want to head towards. This is my north star. It's going to guide me, and if it doesn't fit into here, it's gone. And I feel like you're doing this huge purge. You're really taking control of your life and your path, and you're making these decisions, and I feel like it's supported, and they're like, go for it. Yeah, definitely. you know let the fears go and just start chunking stuff, start donating, giving things away, questioning your thoughts, letting relationships and emotions go that don't serve, and say it's okay, not out of anger and rah, but out of love for yourself. And I feel like this is a spirit's message for you. It's supported. All right. So that's what they have for you, Kushi. And then Anushka Singh, you're up next. Is there any chance of reconciliation with your ex? Well, you got two big major arcana here. You've got the Judgment card, which is double endings and double new beginnings, and the Moon card here. There's always a chance for reconciliation, but it's not there's all this hidden and unknown stuff in your higher self here. It's usually like an angel calling your human higher. it, they're like saying, warning, warning sign, there's a lot of hidden and unknown things that you have, and if you knew it, you wouldn't want to reconcile. And your higher self is um, drawing you into a calling, drawing you elsewhere. And so they're like, double X's, double new beginnings. So it's like, no. And that's what they want to tell you. If there's if they came back, you would discover stuff that you were just like, oh my God, no. So I feel like they're just kind of going, don't invest energy in trying to reconcile, because spirit wants to take you in a different direction, and they're giving you that warning. There's a lot of hidden and unknown things that they just want to save you from all that. So that's what's coming in, Anushka. So many blessings to you. All right. And hey, Needy. Oh, so glad that after your reading, you're feeling calm and relaxed. All right. And then let's see here. Needy Sarvaya. Hey, hey, hey. I have to add that. Um, you want to know, when will negative people be cut off from your life, and when will you get your dream job in your dream field? All right. Well, so you have dreams come true here with the 9 of cups. So I feel like this is coming here. All of this unfolds here with this change of your energy. The 5 of wands is movement from fear to love. And so the answer to both of your questions comes from the same source. When will negative people be cut off from you? When you cut off negativity from inside of you. When will you get your dream job? When you're focusing on your dream job. This is what's happening is when we have lower vibrational energy, we draw in lower vibrational people, experiences, and situations. So negative people will leave your life. I mean, you can cut off people, you know, uh, but you'll stop drawing in them when you raise your own energy to a higher level. When we're focusing on our fear, like what we're missing in our life, what we hate in our life, what we fear will leave our life or come into our life, or won't leave our life or won't come into our life, we feed that and that stuff grows, right? Little kid pointing at a donut over and over that it hates gets a dozen of them. When it goes, oh, if I focus on what I love, I'll get dozens of that instead. So they're like, I'm going to begin to point at what I love, what I'm grateful for, joy, laughter, celebration. That draws your dream to you, and people fall away. You stop attracting lower vibrational people, you start attracting higher vibrational people. So that's what they have for you, Nita. You have the power. All right. So that's what they have here for you. All right. We're getting close to ending here. Bird, hello, Bird. Thank you so much for being a new subscriber. And want to know, can you know your career, study, job wise? Let's take a look here and see what they have here. Yeah, it feels like here you've got the 7 of orbs, the 7 of swords, which is, there's some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have deceived you from the past, things that keep you limited and small. Maybe people have said things in the past or said some things that you took on as truth, but this is about questioning it. This is like throwing stuff overboard so you can rise here. I feel like this is taking you to higher education. You have the temperance. It's like, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to reach the end here, but it's worth it because with the temperance card, this is like alchemy. It starts off as a base metal. As it gets poured back and forth between the two, magically becomes closer and closer to becoming gold. So this is temperance, patience with reaching it. Um, but it starts here with you um, throwing out, I mean, literally like out of a hot air balloon, throwing something heavy, a heavy thought, a heavy memory, a heavy emotion that's limited you, and you're chunking it overboard, going, you know what? I'm the only one that can limit myself. No one can steal from me. No one can deceive me. I can only deceive myself and steal from myself. And I feel like they're encouraging you to you know, what's your dream? What is it that you want to do? And don't let any old words or actions from other people keep you from going for it. Education, I feel like education very much is encouraged, and not to feel like, if someone said you're not going to amount to much or you're stupid, you can never do that, blah, 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 prove them wrong because you can do it. And I love this, birds fly, go fly. Oh no, you're a penguin. You can't fly. You're like, watch me. And the penguin builds an airplane or a jet. And it's like, watch me. Oh, I guess you can fly. You just will do it differently than anyone else. But you can make it happen. And I like that for you. So definitely go for it. Dump all this stuff overboard so you can fly because birds got to fly. All right. And that's what they have for you, bird. Hopefully, we'll see you around some more. Welcome, welcome. All right. Hey, Morg, you like my hair? It's growing. It's growing. All right. All right. So, Melissa here. I'm only going to be on for a couple more moments here. Let me see. How many more do we have here? All right. Yeah, I still have quite a few here. So I'm not going to be able to get to everyone today. I'll be heading off here in a moment to go to my praying mantis session. Um, but in the meantime, um, between now and next week, if you're interested, I do have half off my personal readings. All the information's down below. Like for a 15-minute reading, it's currently $5 US. Half-hour readings like $10. 45-minute reading, I think it's 15. All that information's in the description box down below, though. And then also, I just recently introduced here on Friday that I'm also now offering past life readings. And so here's the link to tell you what is in a past life reading. And it's half off on those two until the end of the year. So you can get a 30-minute for $10 and a full hour for $25. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. Also, late Friday night, I also put out the winners of the November individuals, and I had 6 winners. So be sure to check that out to see if you were a winner, if you had donated anything, if you were a member, or if you're, of course, had commented on the video from last month. There's also, I'm not going to have any standard monthly giveaways anymore. I'm going to be doing more intermittent when I'm inspired to do them. And I was inspired to give away a 30-minute past life reading. So be sure to check out that video to see how you can get into that drawing. So apologies to everyone that I didn't get to. I got through a lot of them. But there's only just a handful left here. So I again will be back on Friday. I'm here Friday, Saturdays, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then also Friday and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. After each one of those, and on Thursday nights, my Praying Mantis members, if you become a Praying Mantis YouTube member for my channel, well, that's where I'm headed after this. I'm going to go spend some time with them playing cards. We're reading a great book right now called Tapping into Wealth, which is a great book. And so if you're interested, it's $7.99 a month, and you have access to all of those free readings and advanced access to my picket cards as well. So that's what we have going on right now. Thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up that you give in the video. It does help spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the Love Tsunami. And remember, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon. And then until then, much love. Hang in there. You guys take care.